Self-worth is one of the main pillars of confidence. So this week, what I want to do is teach you why it's so important to have self-worth and share with you some easy steps in order to start to build your self-worth so that you can go out and be the most confident version of yourself. Let's do this. Last week we discussed self-esteem, essentially how you can put yourself forward and know that you have what it takes to do whatever it is you want to do. And self-worth is ever so slightly different, because self-worth is about giving yourself the time, the space, and having the self-belief that you can go out and try something again and again and again until you get it right. You have the right to prioritize your needs over other people's, and that might seem really selfish. But selfishness is okay as long as your selfish act isn't hurting anyone else. Think about it this way. If you want to eat something, if you say, well, I don't want to eat anything because I feel selfish that I want to eat when someone else might be hungry, well then you'll just be hungry and they will be too. Instead, start thinking about how you can prioritize the things that are not consequential to other people's happiness, self-esteem, confidence, and you're respecting the world around you. Because if you don't feel important enough to prioritize your needs, then what's going to happen is that you'll never get anything done. You'll just be helping and servicing other people's needs, and they'll be really happy. They'll get the confidence boost that they need, but you'll just be left in a pit of self-loathing and despair because you won't be able to action your plans and feel validated in your life. Remember, without you feeling self-worth, then you're going to always feel less than or worse than everyone else, which means you're never going to be happy. So in order to build your self-worth, what you need to start to do is to ask yourself some really easy questions and answer them. Because once they're answered, you'll have a clear guide as to why it is you feel the way you do and how to make some really easy, quick changes in order to help you to progress in your life. But first, ask yourself why you're not prioritizing your needs. Is it what you've been told by other people in order to not be selfish? Is it a way of feeling validated and rewarded by other people being happy while you feel sad? I like to use the term in my counseling sessions, comfortable in one's discontent. Essentially, it feels easier to feel sad and to be okay with that rather than try something in case of the risk of failure. And that's one of the other things you need to start thinking about. Are you scared of failing? Because if you are, now why do you put everyone else's needs before yours? Because if you help them and they fail, well, you don't get any of the hurt from that. You can think, oh, well, they failed. At least I feel safe where I am. Whereas if you take that step forward and it doesn't work out, you're going to feel bad if you're not used to failing. Whereas if you can start seeing failure as a success, because not only have you found a way that doesn't work, but also you've pushed yourself so hard and you've tried so much that actually it's helped you to know one way that doesn't work. I see failure as just succeeding at showing me the things that don't work. And then I can try something else and maybe succeed at that. And lastly, think about how other people perceive you. Do you need to feel the validation of others based on you helping them? Is that what you're all about? Because if it is, that's great in order to help people, and I wouldn't say stop helping them, but sometimes you need to ask for help, or in fact, put your needs first. Because if everyone else is growing, getting better and getting more content and happier, you're just gonna be left there thinking, well, when's it my turn? And again, I don't want you to regret not trying things, not doing things, because otherwise you're always going to feel discontented. You're always going to have a lower self-worth than everyone else. Rather than prioritizing everyone else's needs above your own, start thinking about why you should put your needs first. And that doesn't mean being selfish and hurting other people. It just means sometimes you're able to do the things that you want to do. And people around you will start to see the real you. Someone that's passionate, driven, motivated. And if you weren't, you wouldn't be watching this video. So remember to use your individuality, use yourself in order to push yourself into the limelight and reach for the stars. Do what you feel you need to do in order to be happier and more content. And that's what I'm going to leave you with today. Remember, if you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up. And also remember to subscribe to see plenty more videos to come. Look forward to seeing you next time. Take care. Bye-bye.